In the electric hum of Seoul, where neon signs flickered like fireflies and street vendors slung spicy tteokbokki under a haze of steam, John tripped into destiny. He was a 24-year-old graphic designer, always late, perpetually single, with a tangle of dark hair that defied combs and a talent for misplacing his keys. His life was a loop of predictable chaos until he met Marie. It was a sticky summer night, and John was dashing to catch the last subway after a late shift. The platform buzzed with weary commuters when he spotted her, a girl in a rumpled schoolgirl outfit, teetering too close to the tracks, a soju bottle dangling from her fingers. Her dark hair spilled wildly, and her half-lidded eyes glinted with something untamed. Before he could think, she stumbled, and John lunged, pulling her back as the train roared past. "Careful," he panted, heart racing. She blinked up at him, gaze hazy but sharp, and slurred, "You're late." "Late for what?" he asked, baffled, steadying her. "For saving me," she said with a sly grin, then promptly vomited on his sneakers. That was Marie, unpredictable, unapologetic, and magnetic. She didn't thank him or apologize. Instead, she demanded he buy her coffee to make up for startling her. Stunned, John followed her to a 24-hour cafe where she ordered the priciest latte and critiqued his dull life. "You're like a doodle," she said, sipping her drink. "All straight lines, no surprises." He should have left, but her audacity, her quick wit, the way she seemed to see through him, it hooked him. Thus began a whirlwind that flipped John's world upside down. Marie was a paradox. By day, a literature student quoting obscure poets. By night, a storm of impulsive choices. She dragged John on midnight escapades, sneaking into a shuttered amusement park to ride the carousel, challenging strangers to arm wrestling at a pojangmatcha, or forcing him into a cheesy karaoke duet of an old pop song. She set absurd rules: never wear sneakers with jeans, or always eat kimchi with chopsticks, never a spoon. Breaking a rule meant penalties, like carrying her bag across campus or writing her a poem on demand. At first, John complied out of sheer bewilderment, but weeks turned to months, and he realized he was falling for her, not just her wildness, but the cracks of vulnerability beneath. Like the night she cried during the storm, confessing her fear of thunder because it echoed a car crash that took her sister, or how she'd scribble stories in a worn notebook, tales of lost lovers in shattered worlds, only to rip them out and discard them. One night after Marie made him swap jackets with her for a social experiment at a night market, John asked, "Why all this?" "The rules, the chaos, what's it for?" Her smirk faded. "Life's too short to be ordinary." And she paused, then shrugged. "You're the only one who keeps up." Their oddest adventure was burying a time capsule in a park. Marie stuffed it with quirks: a half-eaten pack of ramyun, a movie ticket stub, a Polaroid of John mid-cough. "In 10 years, she said, we'll dig it up. Promise you'll be there." 10 years, he laughed. "You'll forget me by then." Her eyes turned serious. "Promise or I'll haunt you." He promised, but promises are fragile. A month later, Marie vanished. No calls, no texts, no trace. John searched her dorm, her favorite spots, her silent social media. It was like she'd been a dream. His life resumed its routine, but it felt empty. He kept the time capsule's location marked, a faint hope she'd return. 10 years later, John, now 34, was a successful art director, engaged to a kind but predictable woman, Emily. He'd almost convinced himself Marie was a figment when a letter arrived in her unmistakable scrawl. It held coordinates, the park, the capsule, and one line: "You promised." Heart racing, he went. The park was quieter, the trees taller. He dug and found the capsule, rusted but whole. Inside, with their old trinkets, was a new note: "I left to find myself. I hope you found you. Meet me at the carousel midnight." At midnight, the carousel glowed under the stars. Marie stood there, older but unmistakable. Her eyes still wild but softer, in a simple dress. No longer the chaotic schoolgirl. "You came," she said, almost surprised. "You didn't give me a choice," John replied, voice thick. She explained. After her sister's death, she'd spiraled, using chaos to dodge grief. She'd left Seoul to travel, write, heal. She'd published a novel under a pseudonym about a bold girl and the boy who saved her. "I didn't think you'd wait," she admitted. "I didn't think I would," he said. His engagement ring weighed heavy. Emily was steady, safe, but Marie was the spark he'd never outrun. They rode the carousel, laughing like kids, the night endless. When it stopped, Marie asked, "What now?" John didn't know. But for the first time in a decade, he felt alive.